I ended all of my listings. I canceled all of them. Hello everybody, Drew here, tip of the Mitt Flips, where I am a full-time eBay reseller, and every 100 subscribers there's a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you're subscribed so you have a chance to win. Today I have 18 orders going out for about $330. A lot of these are some old stale inventory. It's been sitting around a while. I tried something that I was pretty confident doesn't work. So I don't know if maybe because the changes it now works, or maybe I was wrong the whole time. I'll let you know at the end of the video what I did. First item going out today is on B4. A lot of 6 vintage Coleman tough foam Koozies. I sold a set of these before, roughly the same price, a lot more shipping because they went overseas somewhere. Can I get all 6? I don't have enough fingers for that. Maybe. Oh, got it. Oh, I'm gonna drop one. But when I was looking these up, I didn't see this exact same one. I saw this one, but in a different color. So I was hoping to bring a little more, but I took an offer. I think I had listed $34.99, $29.99 plus shipping. I paid, I think, $1 for all of them, maybe 50 cents for all of them. So that's great. Next up, this was in my vintage toy collection unboxing. I'll actually link that one at the end. It's a long video because it's literally all of my toys and keepsakes that have been in my dad's attic for 20 years, 25 years. I'm a lot older than that, so 30 plus years. But this was in there. It's just something my dad got because he was an electrician and it was a free giveaway or whatever. But on C1, vintage Greenlee Tools new C1 way in the back. It's like a faux baseball helmet from Greenlee, which is, I think they make like knockouts and stuff. It's a tool company of some kind. But I took an offer, 20 bucks plus shipping. So that, you know, at a cost of $0, that's pretty great. Something that's just been sitting in a box in an attic for 25 years or however long it's been. Next up on B3, and this is old because the category listing is in the title, which means that's before I realized you could do custom SKUs. So that's old. B3, vintage Tupperware Oriental Serve and Seal. I guess that's the name of it. Copy and paste, you know how it goes. Right here, this little guy, this will probably go first class. So yeah, it's free shipping. So yeah, first class. $11.99 free shipping. All right, and one of the 2 items on top of the 18 that had sold but hadn't been paid for yet, which means they haven't sold, they just paid for. So now that is 19 items, very cheap items, so it doesn't really adjust any of the pricing. Now instead of around $330, it's $332. So not great, but you'll see when we get to it. C5, vintage Tupperware canister nesting doll type thing right here. You can only see the big one, but this is the full set. As far as Tupperware goes, this is towards the better end of what you can get. I'll even pop it open. But you can see there are all the rest of them inside with all the lids. Having the lids is important, but not a deal breaker. And this pattern and color is towards the low end of value, but $39.99 plus shipping for those, and very easy to ship because they all fit inside each other, so you can ship a lot in a smaller package. That'll go in a priority number 7, 13 by 13 by 9 is the mailing dimensions. Next up, I knew this one would sell around now, but again, this thing I did, I'm going to try it continuing on, because of course, if something works once, that is not confirmation that it worked. It's just confirmation that something happened, that sales went up. You know, there's a lot of other factors that could have happened, but I'm going to try it going forward and see if it's a real thing. On ER, which is electronics rack, 12 Hallmark Peanuts Snoopy placemats. Christmas, right here. These are not used, but it is open. So I sold it as used, and this is very cool. I like those. Placemats, it's something I was looking for this summer. I found these ones, and I found one other set. The other set has not sold, but vintage placemats, there is a market for the vinyl ones like that more than the papery ones, but even the paper ones, depending on what style they are, there is value in it. $29.99 free shipping. And actually, how I'll ship this is very simple. I'll use one of these priority boxes, and I'll do it just like that. I will not make it into a box. I'll just, unless maybe it'll fit in a box, that way I don't have to worry about bending. But if it doesn't fit in the box unfolded, I'm gonna mail it like this, and I'll slip a couple other pieces of cardboard inside to give it some stability and strength. $29.99 free shipping. If I didn't say, I probably did. I always forget. Next up, We Play Sports. Over here. With the Wii games would make sense. Here we go. We Play Sports right there. And as you can see, it is officially winter in my area, so the heat is on. We Play, $9.99 free shipping. Now, this one sold a lot quicker than I expected, but that's been happening a lot. I'm going to say it again. Do not decide in your mind how long something's going to take to sell. You don't know. The market will decide for you. Just if you have something, list it. Just list it. Don't sit around with it. On A6, vintage Manhunt from Milton Bradley. Let's see if I can do this in one smooth motion. It ain't smooth, but it worked. Manhunt, 100% complete. It looked like an interesting game, but I had never heard of it before, so definitely not popular as I cover it up. But that one right there, it had a lot of pieces. Took a lot of time to figure it out, but $11.99 plus shipping, and it took about 2 weeks to sell. So, you know, the effort I put in was worth it because of how quick it sold. And then this one, I took a shot on it because it just looked cool, and I think I paid $0.25 for it, but I couldn't find any comps. So I listed it high. I think I had $49.99 free shipping on it. Vintage on A2, vintage desk straight needle receipt stabby. I wrapped it up so I didn't stab myself, but it's for, you know, receipts or paperwork or whatever. Let me undo the wrapping I did, but it's just a straight pin like this, but it's brass. It was intricate, and because I couldn't find comps, but I believed that it had a value of some significance, I put $49.99. I've had 0 offers ever since beginning of summer sometime. And then I got an offer yesterday, $28. I said, sure, great. I paid 50 cents, quarter, something like that. So $28 free shipping. Yeah, for anybody that tries to sell one of these, I was just trying to figure out what it was supposed to be called, which I couldn't find, so I used all the keywords. Straight rod, paper holder, spike, stick, bill fork, receipt stabber. That was my own personal addition, because I was thinking, if I'm looking for one of these, what would I call it? But I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to call them. I think bill fork is the most common one, but again, I didn't know what I would call it if I was looking for it, so I put all the keywords. Next up on C2, vintage Revereware replacement lid, and it's one of these two, which, are they the same size? They are the same size. All right, so I'll have to check the listing, because one you can see is got a nicer knob than the other one, so I'll make sure I send them the right one. But that right there, $6.99 free shipping. Not a great sale, but that does go first class. And I will bubble wrap this and put it in an envelope. So, you know, it'll be safe that way, and the shipping will stay a little cheaper than if I have to use a box. Next up, B3A, Nintendo Wii Remote with the orange silicone covers and the, what do they call it? It's not a mouse. It's a, I don't know, directional controller thingy. I can't remember what it's called. Nunchuck. Yeah, that's what they call it, because it turns into a nunchuck. I almost stabbed myself with a thing I said I should not stab myself with. $19.99 free shipping. And then here's some old stale inventory going out the door again. On B2, Quelf. the game. At one point, I thought that's where my money's at. I'm gonna list all kinds of board games. They stack easy, blah, blah, blah. They're easy to ship, blah, blah, blah. It was a stupid idea. The amount of board games that are sold compared to the amount of board games that are listed is very low. And if you're missing one piece, people don't buy it. They don't care. They'd rather just buy the one with all the pieces. They don't want to have to part stuff out. But Quelf, right there, $11.99 plus shipping. And then the second one of these sold now on A5. Innova standard disc golf bag right here. Got some dust on it now. But right there, took an offer. $12.99 plus shipping. On B4, vintage Corningware, blue cornflower pie tin right there. I always thought that was a very cool looking thing, even just as a decoration in your house. I don't know if people actually bake in those, or if you have to bake it and then transfer the pie so it looks cool in there. I don't know. I actually used to be a baker as a small child. I don't do that anymore, but it was something I was really into. Our local grocery, little fun story about me, our local grocery store used to hold two different cooking contests. They don't hold a chili cook-off, and then they used to do a pie competition, an apple pie competition. And one year I got honorable mention, which I thought as a child meant like, oh wow, honorable mention. But really it was because I was a 9-year-old competing in a pie contest. But I don't know why I didn't win. It was delicious. I was good at it, but I had an uncle that was always one of the winners, or at least one of the top ones every time. And I thought, this is my new thing. They eventually stopped doing it, but it was fun while it lasted. Next on A5, vintage Chicago cutlery. Sold the other set of these the other day, and I think I took the same offer for these ones as I did the other ones, or maybe not. Maybe I got $5 off from both of them. Either way, I paid very little for them. $35 free shipping. And how I shipped the last one was I actually, I put it in a record mailer. It worked great. It was perfect width, length, whatever you want to call that, for a record mailer. And then this one I won't pull out, but I'll show it off at least if I can find it. Sony 19 micron head SLV 779. So Sony SLV 779. Sony, it's a VCR, Sony VCR SLV. It's not that one because I think that one's for parts. Oh, wow. It's been a while since I've had to dig one of these out, you could see, because I just have boxed everything in. Ah, here we go. Clearly it would help if I could wear my glasses when I do this, but I can't, because then when I edit, it drives me crazy, the glare on my glasses. But right here, Sony SLV 799, I think is what I think I said 779. Uh-oh. Do I have it mislisted, or do I have more than one of these? Nope, 799, so that's not it. 799 is what I'm looking for. Oh, yeah. Duh. Gotta wear them glasses. Yeah, $7.99 right there. It's missing a knob, so it went for a little less than the rest of them. Probably why this one sold. But again, I haven't sold a VCR, stereo head unit, DVD player, DVD VCR combo, tape deck, anything in a long time. I think over a month maybe. And then even the last one I did sell, which was a large Marantz unit, it was actually this unit, not this one, but this exact same one, and unfortunately it got damaged in shipping, so that was a bummer. But that one, $67.99 plus shipping. Next up on B1, DC Comics Batman Returns? No, not Batman Returns. Batman Forever, maybe? No, I don't remember which one it is, but one of the Batman movies right here. They're McDonald's nifty mugs right there, frosty glass looking things. Yeah, Batman Forever. $7 plus shipping for those. I got those when I bought out all my dad's old garage sale stuff. He was a continual garage sale haver. He'd have 2 big ones a year and just kept accumulating and moving stuff. So at the end of his this year, I went through and I just started picking through the table and I said, box all that up, quit messing with it. I'll put it on eBay. I'll give you a good price. $7 plus shipping on those. B3A Super Block Tape. Right here. It's in the package. I'm not going to take it out, but it's 3M tape with Lego blocking bumps on it, so you could put Legos on anything. I could put tape on the wall and then stick Legos to it. Very cool stuff. I wish those existed when I was a kid. Free shipping for those. And then we have International Super Hits Green Day right here. It's basically a best of for Green Day. I always thought it's very weird when bands put out best of or greatest hits when they're still making music. I mean, it's a scam, because then 2 years later or 5 years later, after they've put out another 2 albums, then they put out another best hits, greatest hits. I'm not a fan of it. $4.99 free shipping, not a lot of money there. And then this was the one that they just paid for, took an offer. License to Ill, Beastie Boys, right here. And this is an original pressing. So I say pressing like it's a record, but an original printing. So it added to the value. You can see here 1986, but I think that's when it was made, not when it was produced. But either way, it's an original one. So $6.99 free shipping. I had it listed for $8.99, which is about what the others were selling for, but I don't really care. I just want it gone. So I took an offer, $6.99 free shipping. So overall, that is a pretty good day. The average cost per item, I keep saying it like that, the average sale price per item was around $18. So that's not great, but this is a lot of stuff that I'm glad to just have the shelf space. It's fine. It can go. I don't need every day to be 2 sales for $200. Sometimes you just want to move some stuff that's been sitting there, some stale stuff. So that actually brings me to the tip of the day. The tip of the day is something I tried, and I say, there's no way it works. Some people swear by it. I said, let me give it a shot. So what I did, and this is the only reason I did it, because I had, at the end of the month, enough spare free listings that it didn't matter at all. I ended all of my listings. I canceled all of them. And then I went to Sell Similar, and I relisted every single item in my store. Over 600 items. Like I said, I had a lot of free listings left. They've just given so many free listings that the listings thing doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. They just keep giving away free listings. You just have to wait for like an email and be like, oh, we're giving you 50 free this month and stuff. And I thought the way they were doing that was great. It promoted people with smaller stores to go, all right, this month I'm going to try a little harder. It gave people with full stores or large stores a little bump where they're like, okay, I got some wiggle room to do stuff. But I ended everything, relisted everything, and almost immediately I was getting sales. And by immediately, I mean within 5 minutes. I was starting getting sales. Bop, 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 firing up. And then by Sunday morning, I did this on a Friday morning. And by Sunday morning, I got only, between Sunday morning, before football started, and now, I've had 2 sales. So of the 19 sales, all of them happened Friday evening through Saturday. Through Saturday. So it appears as if it works, but it didn't keep working, so it didn't continue on, the next 2 days, because today's Tuesday. So it didn't continue on past the weekend and into the week, at least at that kind of a rate. Weekends are always higher for sales anyway, so that could be it. And again, it's not something I'm saying, oh, this will work. I'm saying it appears to have worked for me this time. I'm going to continue for at least the next 2 months doing it again if I have enough free listings, which in all likelihood I will. So I'll let you know every time I do it if I see if the uptick only happens for a couple days, if the uptick seems to continue through the month, that kind of thing. But it appears like it's worked. It also, what's the harm in trying? That's why I was like, why not? It's very easy. You just, you can only fit 200 listings on a page. So select all, end all. You go to your unsold listings, select all, sell similar. It relists all of them. You do lose any watchers you had, but that's the only drawback I could find. But watchers, this was what I was thinking, watchers don't matter unless the items are selling. And a lot of times I think watchers are resellers, just seeing if another one's sold, if they need to adjust their price, what price it's sold at, that kind of thing. So that was the only drawback. You lose your watchers. I heard somebody say that you lose your custom SKUs too, but that's not true at all. Obviously, you can see I used them today. So yeah, worth a shot. If you have free listings, there's no reason not to. Only trick is that you want to, after you sell similar, go back to your unsold and delete those listings so that the next time you have something unsold or an auction ends without selling and you want to relist it, you don't got to go through 600 listings trying to find that one. You don't accidentally relist something twice. That's a big issue if you do that. I don't see any reason why not to try. So you don't have to, of course, but it looks like it worked for me. A longtime viewer, Jason, he mentioned in last video, he said, yeah, I did. I can't remember exactly what he said, but something similar where he tried it and some stale inventory moved. So, and then Auction Professor, that's who was saying that he had heard from other people that they did it, and because he's someone who never does it. And so he did it, and he said sales picked up. So I've seen enough confirmation that even if it only works this one time, and it's only because eBay was resetting all the listings and messing everything up, and it's just like a reset, that's fine. Even if it's just that's all it is. But I'm still going to continue to try it at the end of every month for a couple months to see if it continues that way. Also, while I was doing it, I had listings still reappearing that had been missing from, if you watched the last video where my listings were just disappearing. I still had them reappearing, and the only reason I knew is because all of my listings said listed less than a day ago because they were all listed on the exact same day. And I had 3 or 4 that popped up that said they'd been listed for some other amount of time. So then I went and relisted those, and then it hasn't happened again. So that, at the very least, that solves that issue. And at the very most, it gets you more sales. So definitely worth a shot as far as I'm concerned. You don't have to try it. I was very against it, but I'm going to try it the next 2 months. Well, that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.